Well, hello, folks. It is another Mellow Monday. We're going to be chilling out and just playing some games. I'd say some random games, but it's kind of been the same one for a while, and that is Master of the Monster Lair. And I found another ninja game for the Game Gear. That is the Game Gear version of Ninja Gaiden, and it has to be seen to be believed. But we'll get to that in due time. For right now, we are still making our way through Monster Lair, and here's the thing. Okay. And I played this offline a little bit this week. Got my stats up a small amount, but more important than that, I accumulated some more fancy beds in the process. So we should, yeah, so we now have 8 of those. I feel like we're kind of okay on equipment at this point. We could always go for some more crow-cat tail and what have you. At least these ones will drop some. Unless they run away. There we go. I'm gonna focus on the guy who's awake. At least to start. Now we're probably safe, but it's trivial to just make the wizard drill miss his turn. Ah, there we go. See, the floor's changed color, and I assume that's letting us know that we've gotten all the stuff. It's got kind of like a hotel vibe now. That also means if I want to, I can use these fancy beds on other floors. It could be fun. It also means we can throw in some more feed barrels and get some more of those crow cats. Yeah, if I don't have to deal with any of you guys. Fly got in here. Dry fire slime. Is that 3 fancy beds? That's 3 fancy beds. Let's not bother. I was gonna go for clams, but a dry water slime is probably more useful. In theory. And we got a sapphire ring. Thanks. And unfortunately, the Otter Warriors don't drop shields or don't drop clams as much as you'd like, because they've got so many other things they can drop. A little frustrating. The Crobats are still getting us the hookups. Likewise, it's in our interest to try and go for the spook tart. We can try to get some roast fire pig while we're down here, but I think we're good. I always wanted a sapphire ring. Anything new here? Alright. Can't carry anymore. Okay. We can do croquette stew. Get him some more speed. Baked clams. Baked clams would probably be better for Kate, even though she's already doing pretty good on wisdom. We've got one dry water slime left. I think for the time being, gives her a little more health, a little more MP, and some speed. She's actually not bad on speed right now. Yeah, we'll do the baked clams. Need to look at my food storage here. What is taking up the most space? Possibly. Well, we do have a lot of croquette tails, so I think that's probably the thing we can ease off on. Funny enough, since I just went to the trouble of making it way more available, so it goes. It's a new day. That guy's such a magic hole. Is that Ironsides? Even King Leon couldn't beat it. He had to let it escape. Sure looks tough. Do you think we can beat it with these weapons? Yeah, maybe. There's only one way for you guys to find out. Focus on just staying alive somehow until you do a special attack. You're kidding me, right? Yeah, so Gloop only has healing magic. That's fine. That was 1 damage. We'll just... Okay, he shot us with a laser. I think we're okay for now. We're gonna try Little Fire and Ice. That's decent. Heal thyself. This may end up being a war of attrition here. How's everyone doing? Everyone's fine. Gloop is stunned. Stunned, I say. Struck a vicious blow. It did 20 damage. Owen is stunned. And Gloop is no longer stunned. Piercing light, how are we doing? You keep the pressure on. Oh, you can't use items. Okay, interesting. I'll have to double check to see if Kate can use items. You heal everybody. Oh, we're doing this now, are we? Yeah, she can use items. It was 50 MP, but she doesn't need to use that just yet. I do have to say that that's generally kind of my least favorite part of this game so far. Is the part where the bosses just spam their super attack over and over again. Obviously less of an issue now, since we have multiple party members. Still kind of a pain, though. Especially now that Owen is stunned, that's not good. That puts us in a slight bit of a spot. I think for the time being we mostly just need to worry about Gloop. Well, that will change soon enough. At least Owen isn't stunned anymore. In case we need a bunch more healing. So at most, we just need to hit him 12 more times. How long could that take? This feels risky, but I think we gotta try. There you go. Ironsides was defeated. The number of items we can carry has increased. We got Ironside's scrap. It was tough. But now old Ironsides is just a pile of scrap. You think people will want to see it? Of course! Even King Leon couldn't get his hands on this scrap. This scrap is proof that you're a hero. You should write your name on it. Here, allow me to do the honors. This monster was defeated by the Shovel's buddy. There we go. That's not actually my name. It's getting kinda hot again. This will be another good floor for some fire monsters. Hint, 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 I suppose. Before we get to that, let's put some feed barrels. These are apparently the last ones I got on hand. Look at that. Trash dump and 2 straw beds. Now before I run out of shovel magic entirely, I'm gonna warp back to the first floor. I'm gonna put a fancy bed on the first floor. I just want to see what it does. I guess I could go around. Anyway. How's the dungeon coming along? Yeah, I think I'll send King Leon a letter and tell him that I beat Ironsides. Hey! King Leon is a king, right? Isn't he as important as the human king who lives in the castle? Aren't you important too, since you're his friend? Having important friends makes you important too? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not really. But you did work for the king, so doesn't that make you kind of important? Well, at least as important as his cook. Well, maybe your importance doesn't come from who you work for. Maybe it comes from how you do your work. Why? Do you want to be important? Not really. What about you? Not really. Ah, then don't worry about it. Nah, we're gonna stick with the one we got now. Yeah, so we're good for Crowcat for a while. Now you're just gonna get the old fire pig saute. And Kate, maybe the... Oh, I guess not. We're out of potatoes. You received a letter from King Leon. With the courier service in this medieval village is... I just noticed that picture on his wall with the pink polka dots on it. Anyway, the courier service in this medieval village is pretty fast. Dear Dungeon Digger, amazing! What incredible bravery! To be honest, I wasn't entirely sure you could defeat Ironsides, but you did a fine job. There is no longer any doubt in my mind about your abilities as a world-class dungeon digger. You're simply the best. Do, 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 do. You did it, buddy. He said you're a world-class dungeon digger. How's that make you feel? You happy? Be quiet for a second, will ya? There's more. Let me continue. Now that I know you've got this much skill, I must tell you about a crisis that threatens the world. What? A crisis that threatens the world? A certain devil prince is attempting to enter the world of mortals. The devil prince wants to become a devil lord. But his father, who is currently the devil lord, treats him like a child. The devil prince is still a long way off from being awarded the title of devil lord. That's why he's trying to become the lord of the mortal realm. He plans to enslave the human race and annihilate all opposition. Can you believe this? The devil prince has ordered all monsters to change the world into a place more to the liking of devils. That's why the hobgoblins and that otter wizard have been running amok lately. Good morning. What? A letter from King Leon? Yeah, apparently there's this dangerous person called the Devil Prince. Person? If he's a devil prince, then he's not a person, he's a devil. Anyway, what about him? He's been ordering monsters to remake the world into a world fit for devils. Something like that, I think. Wait, there's more. I'll keep reading. Even I received this order. As if I'd obey. Even though I have refused the order, there is a dragon that has decided to comply. An elder dragon has come to the world of humans. The dragon is a master of creating monster lairs. The dragon is planning to build a dungeon for the Devil Prince. If it succeeds, the Devil Prince will come to our world. The dragon wants to complete its dungeon as soon as it can. This is why I think it might try stealing an existing dungeon. You know where this is going. The dragon is going to try and steal your dungeon. I might suggest just demolishing the dungeon to prevent the dragon from taking it. But you're such a brave young man that I know you'll willingly face the dragon instead. So this is what you need to do. I need you to lure the dragon into your dungeon and defeat it. So you need to build a dungeon good enough to attract the dragon. If you run into trouble, I'll help you. Let's crush the Devil Prince's schemes together. Your friend, King Leon. You know, I read a book when I was little. A book? Yeah, they sort of look like this, and they open up, and they got sheets of paper on them, and you know, you kind of this one's just empty, but you know, like normally there would be like text on here, and you would read that text, and that would be considered reading a book. Yeah, this book had a dragon in it, and it was really cool. So powerful, it made my heart pound. I always imagined the story was about a faraway land. I never thought for a moment I'd be fighting a dragon myself. Clearly, Mare just don't give a crap at all anymore. So before we do anything else, we're going to need to purchase some more fireplaces. They got 10 ready to go. Hey, are you sure you want to try hunting a dragon? Isn't that dangerous? Dragonfire can burn an entire town to the ground. We'll be burnt to a crisp too. I read a book once, a long time ago, that said if you have a certain charm, even dragonfire can't hurt you. What kind? Did it say? Fire charm, by any chance? Yeah, I don't remember. Some kind of fire charm. I could always ask King Leon. Let's grab something for dinner. She's pretty cheery for some reason. Ooh, this one. Okay. Powerball. Kate is stunned. Kate is still stunned. Let's see what happens. That's actually not bad. That's even better. These guys are hitting us with some kind of buster. Can't wear ring, can't wear weapon shield. Matador Buster attack. +2 strength. Yeah, nah. Powerball pelt. I was gonna use ice magic on him, but I think we're fine. Just do this the old-fashioned way and hit him with a sharp thing. Ring can leap. I suppose it's not the most important issue, but I do kind of wish that that sound effect in particular could be turned down just a little. Most of the sound effects are fine. That one's a bit loud. We're gonna need to start putting in some fireplaces. I assume that's what we gotta do to attract a dragon. Oh, right. We don't have enough shovel magic. Is there any... no, I think we're good on food, so we might as well. I do want to warp back to the first floor. Just to see. Okay. Who's going to be in the fancy bed? Warcat. I probably should have expected that, but eh. Might as well find out at some point. He's hungry. Oh yeah, I need to pick up some. Okay. Feels like a bit of a waste to get him more wisdom. I'm sure it isn't. I'm sure it makes perfect sense. I think we got time for another day. Okay. I've looked into the subject of dragons and discovered some vital information that you needed to know immediately. Dragons breathe fire that is hot. Enough to burn anything. But there is a way to protect yourself. Yeah, good morning. Weren't you going to ask King Leon how to defend against dragon fire? Did you forget to write him a letter or something? That's alright, I never sent the letter, but we got an answer. Huh? You can't guard against dragon fire with just a little water, but you can with a huge amount of water. For instance, with the water of the sea. That's right, you need a sea charm. Sea charms are owned by monsters of the sea. The only one I know of is the one held by an octopus monster known as Octopoid. Octopoid is the king of the sea, but that's not enough for him. He wants to be the king of the land as well. Given a chance, he'd love to leave the sea and go on a rampage. But for some reason he hasn't left the sea yet. Not sure why. If Octopoid left the sea, then you should be able to lure him into your dungeon. As long as you build a water floor. Why does an octopoid leave the sea? Gotta be a way to draw them out. You know what, buddy? It's time for the 6th floor. Yeah, that's right. Don't be tricked by the flame ring. Tricked? It's a ring with the power of flames, right? Yeah, so don't be tricked. The power of the flames in your weapon works against you when you fight fire monsters. Ah, I see. If you wear these items before fighting fire monsters, you might not be able to win. If you want to fight fire monsters, then wear an ice ring. That's clear, and let's go. Okay, so do I want to make a fire floor or a water floor? I've already started putting in fireplaces. I guess we'll put a pause on that. I should probably go all out on these guys. Or let the game go all out on them for me. He's chilled. Ah, relax, man. We got another pelt. What the fireplaces bring us? That's these guys. And he dropped a wooden shield. Thrilling. A ruby ring, thanks. Was not expecting that. A power dog. Sounds delicious. And he launched a power attack. It was powerful. He said, I have the power, and I'm a good boy. Can wear shoes, one more speed. Yeah, let's go with it. Power sword. Iron helmet. We already have iron helmets? Yeah. Tell me about the power sword. Sword that relies on brute strength, can stun the enemy. Okay, yeah. So Gloop gets the power sword, and Owen's gonna switch to the black longsword. And oh! Okay. And then Kate's gonna switch to the long spear. Yeah, that's a good, that's a pretty good arrangement. I either forgot that Kate can equip spears, or I didn't know it in the first place. And frankly, either of those possibilities are about equal. Okay. I'm just gonna put 3 sellers. Or 2 sellers and an altar. That looks fun. I like fun things. Fun things are fun. Ooh. This one. It's that vegetable girl. She's going to the town square. I'm afraid of ghosts. I'm afraid of ghosts. If you're afraid of ghosts, stay home. That's a new song. Too afraid of ghosts to leave home. Is Octopoid the same way? Too afraid of fire to leave the sea? That's how the otters were. They had to hide out of fear for the Flamosaurus. But once I hunted that Flamosaurus down, they came out and raised a ruckus. Maybe if I hunt down the fire monsters, Octopoid will come out to play? So I think that gives us a sense of what our plan is. At any rate, we're going to jump into another game, and I don't have it set up yet. And I'm just gonna make a fuss about the oh, that's right. What am I looking for? There you are. Go to the Stream Games collection. There. Yo, that signature Ninja Gaiden music. And then there's no attract mode. Anyway. Act 1, Assault. Alright, so this is us. So you can crouch, but you don't actually have a crouch attack. Because down and attack would normally be your ninja magic that we don't have any yet. Or I guess force, as it's called in the Now you will be happy to learn that the enemies don't aggressively respawn in this the way they do in certain other Ninja's Gaiden. So we now have sort of that basic throwing star. Oh, no, right, no, that upgrade is good. So it kind of aims for the enemy, which is nice. I'll give them this. The controls are responsive. And like you have a good sense of where sort of the hurt box is on that sword attack. And it feels like you've got decent range. Like he kind of leans forward when he swings his sword, so... Now this boss, on the other hand, is pitiful. So basically you just need to wait for him to raise his club. Why did you try to take my sword? Ryu, you'll find your answer in Kobe Harbor. Ah! Kobe Harbor? Act 2, Smuggling. My dragon sword. It senses the presence of something evil. Guide me, my sword. Lead me to the source. Could it be this ship? Okay, so these enemies are actually kind of tough. The guys in the first stage were kind of freebies, but those dudes with the harpoons pop out with not a lot of warning. And of course these guys have guns. And then you got a bunch of ledge guarding grenade throwers and what have you. At least you can land down here. And that is going to be useful very consistently. I don't think we can crouch that. Nope. The crouch does not give you enough clearance. So we now have a three-way shot. So there's a 1-up. The game is not overly stingy with this sort of power-up items, at least early on. Alright, we're coming up on the next boss here, and full disclosure, I've not beaten this boss yet. This is as far as I've gotten. I'd call this guy the Hee-Haw boss. There he is. Now, ideally, you want him to pop out of one of the two lower portholes, because then you can just kind of walk up on him. Because jumping in this game is a bit iffy. We do have a time limit, though. There we go. We killed the guy and the boat exploded. What have we here? Oh, what's all this then? Looks like Totenkopf had a little side business going on. Now, why would an arms dealer be after my sword? It is technically a weapon. Captain Totenkopf, Mr. Sin awaits his special shipments. He asks that you report to his Hong Kong office. Aye, I'll raise anchor right away. Does that mean you've taken care of the ninja? I have the sword, if that's what you mean. A few hours later. So this is the office building of Mr. Sin. Sin? I'll work my way around the sentries. Okay, so we can kinda... Okay, so we have to jump in order to swing the sword. Oh crap, it's a bird! You know how much birds and ninjas... This is stupid. I had a feeling this is all pattern based, so if I memorize it on the first run, then... Oh. Well, that sucked. But now there's an old man with a handgun. Okay, so he shoots twice, then he has to reload. So he's got a 6-shooter. Technically. I didn't think it could get lamer than the last boss, but oof. Oh, oh. Now he's got sonic booms. This is not a great boss, but he's a little more engaging than his first form. Oh, is there a third form? And that guy's farts were deadly. Gas! Yeah, that's what I said. Come on, get up! It's nice of you to join us here in the ruins of India. Did you say the ruins of India? Yeah? You're now a prisoner of Central Command. Now talk. Where did you hide the sword? I had it on me, I was using it. My dragon sword? It's right here. It's right here. He can summon that sword whenever he needs it. I guess if I'm to have the sword, I'll have to eliminate him once and for all. Alright. What's that one? I want to know what that other one is. What is it? I don't know what that does. Seems to be useful. Oh, can I jump up here? Oh, nice. For your sake, I hope you have two forms. Admittedly, those fireballs do a lot of damage. Oof. Okay. What's the trick here? Is it just this? I guess I gotta stay a little bit closer so that they aim slightly downward. Oh, by the way, no checkpoints. Okay, so you gotta be a little more cautious. They're gonna give me some rewards after this, but if I stand on top of that thing, I think I'm gonna get hurt. Ooh, hitboxes. They're very generous. I really don't know what the strategy is here. There doesn't seem to be a way to jump over those. Okay, so if I climb up here, okay, I can climb up here just fine. Why did that hurt me last time? Was it really not? Around the world. Nations prepared for war. Is this related to the sword? A A single-minded road to destruction paved by one man. The evil Sirigane. Oh, okay. Oof. Okay, seriously? I believe there's a way to... Oh, okay. Okay, you just gotta be, like, really tightly lined up. Damn birds. At least that's faithful to the original. Birds hate ninjas. That's just science. Yeah, so if you're not precisely lined up, it just won't let you do it. Okay. And you can attack these things. It's not the most useful ability. Okay, he doesn't get as much lift off these wall jumps as I thought. And this is just ridiculous. Like, I don't know if you saw there how much damage I took from the lack of iframes. That one spiky wall really did me in. And that guy jump kicked off the... Okay, so those scrolls are just a lot of, I guess it's called force in this game. Apparently these guys just have a death wish. They probably just came here to jump and I happened to be here. Okay, so the pillar seems to be a little more generous if you're slightly above. If you're slightly below, no sir. But slightly above seems to work. But now I can't get underneath this thing because he's hitting me faster than, Alright. I've kind of mixed feelings about this, because on the one hand, this is an actual original idea. On the other hand, it's kind of bad. And now I have no health for the boss. I'm amazed you made it this far. But it's too late now. In but a moment's time, the final war will begin. Well, if we can end the final war quickly, then there won't be any more war. That sounds good. I can only thank you for your help. You see, I have a gift that allows me to control minds. However, I lack the necessary power to focus my gift. But with your sword, I can boost my power. In fact, by luring you here, my power has nearly doubled. No! Yes! Now the world stands on the brink of Armageddon. And there are mosquitoes, apparently. All I need to do is take the sword from your hands. Well, if it's the sword you want, come and get it. And we still have no health. Good news is this guy's a dink. I assume you have more than one form, because this is lame. Okay, it just takes... he's just got a lot of health. That seems to be the thing. Yeah, it is going down. It's pretty much guaranteed at this point that this guy has more than one form, because this is pitiful. There we go. This is kind of even more pitiful. I mean, I realize as I say that a single slip up and I'm done. Like, you could have taken some lessons from the boss of the previous stage. That sucker gave me trouble. Oh! I ran out of time. Well, I guess that's also a factor. No checkpoints. I guess that particular power would work on that boss. I switched it out. Okay, now that I'm rushing, those kicky guys have a little more accuracy. There. Yeah, we've been through this. Yeah, so I can hit him without getting on those little pillars. That's... I can kinda hit him from directly underneath. Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. Because he didn't fire them, I thought maybe that meant I could swipe those with my sword. I guess not. You got a third form? I dare you. Alright. What's he do now? Okay. It's the slow ones you gotta watch out for. Ah, okay. I got the pattern. Don't worry, bud. I got your pattern. Which is good, because I don't want to have to do this again. And I'm gonna have to do it again. Also, you don't get a lot of time for this. Game over. Also, there's apparently no continues in this game. Yeah, that power shoots straight up like that. It's not very useful. Except on that one stage where you're climbing the buildings. It's useful there. Yeah, so that scroll gives you like 40 ninja power. wait. Okay. He waits for me to turn my back before raising his club. So you lose your sort of sub-weapon, but you keep the force that you had. You know, may it be with me. And some of these guys are just flat out positioned so that if you didn't see them coming, they are guaranteed to hit you. Some of these bosses take damage after they're done blinking, and some of them seem to take damage while they're blinking. There we go, okay. Yeah, so I do think that there's like a pattern to this. So yeah, if I stay on this side, all that crap will miss me. And this guy shoots 6 times and then reloads. and then he's gonna fart me to India. We're back here. We still have like 94 force, which is good, because I think this is probably the place to use it. Or no, because we have to climb up the thing. Well, that's all the force, but it's probably worth it so that we have as many tries as we have as many lives as we can to fight this last boss. This last stage is a mess, though. I feel like running out of time is going to end up being our greatest enemy here. It'd be one thing if I didn't have to rush in order to have enough time left over to fight the boss. Well, for all I know, the counter actually resets. But we can't afford to take that risk because there's no checkpoints. And I can't even begin to comprehend what the game expects me to do there. Alright, let's have a look. Nope, it did not give me my time back. So we really gotta book it from this guy. Thankfully that doesn't appear to be too tough. Oh! I guess oh, well, too late. I was about to say that technically we don't have to pick up the other ninja power. Okay. Don't get caught in his hitbox. Alright, so still, no time to waste. We gotta be a little more cautious with this guy. Not a lot more, though. And those beams do pretty good damage, though. Oh, no! Oh, come! The lack of iframes is, I don't know if you might have to watch an instant replay to see what happened there, but essentially I got hit by one projectile, the knockback threw me straight up, and then I bumped into him and took contact damage. And the knockback threw me straight up again, and then I hit him and took contact damage. And then the knockback threw me straight up again. This seems to be doing pretty good damage, though. So that's form 1 down. Maybe I should have saved that for form 2. I'm also a bit worried about form 3, to be honest. Yeah, and sometimes he just doesn't shoot. One more. Okay, we're back to form 3. Oh, okay. Oh, that was close. Oh. Oh. Birds truly are the bane of ninjas. Oh, again. We're back to this. In case you hadn't guessed, I won't be playing this again next week. So, if we don't get this now, pretty much just not going to. Okay, back to... okay. Well, that's going to be me for this evening. I will be back tomorrow to play some more Etrian Odyssey. I'll be back on Wednesday to play Tetris Plus for the ranking of the Game Boy Puzzlers. Of course, live improvised music on Thursday night, music production on Saturday night. And let's have a quick look over here to see if our good buddy Greg Seward is streaming. It looks like no. But it looks like some mystery Funhouse. Looks like there's going to be some mystery races going on, so we'll just we'll raid over there, I guess. In the meantime, thanks for coming by, hanging out, and what have you. And I'll think of something new to play next week. As always, I do hope to see you next time. So bye for now.